Alright guys, welcome to Scheme of the Week. This is the third installment. Sorry we were out for a couple weeks. I know we had some technical difficulties with the video, some stuff I didn't want to show because I had some extra stuff to put out in the same video and it just got a little conflicting, so we just ended up, I'm not sure if we ended up putting it up, but we do have that if you haven't seen the 3-5 or the edge, or not the edge pressure, but the run heavy offense, then we'll be going up soon. But this is a different offense we're going to be going over today. And real quickly, we're just going to show you. We're going to be recommending the Cincinnati Bengals for this scheme. Simply because I think they're one of the best defenses in the game, and this is arguably one of the best defensive schemes in the game. And so today we're going to be talking about a different way to run. There's so many different ways we can run this playbook. We're going to do at least 2 schemes on Kansas City's playbook. But for today, this is the defensive depth chart. We're going to show you. We're just going to go through and set it up with you really quickly because this is the intro. And we're going to talk to you today about the this is the mini scheme portion of the full scheme. And we're just going to be talking today about stuff we do outside of our base plays, stuff we do outside of the package that we run. So the first thing you really need to have your second defensive end be a very fast player. Because it will help us in some of our packages and some of our substitutions, stuff like that. So we're going to put Dante Mock there, and we're going to put, if I remember correctly, yeah, like a really fast, like an acceleration dude. We just need like I forgot a 90. There's Dante Mock. Man, that guy is a beast. I can't find. Oh, Manny Lawson, yeah, because he won't be in the game. So we would have Manny Lawson here. Your backup is actually going to be Jamal Anderson. Defensive tackle, Geno Atkins is arguably the best defensive tackle in the game, especially for Madden purposes. So we're going to definitely leave him in there. I like Sims right there for the strength, and then Anderson. If Atkins becomes injured, we can just substitute in this dude here, Devin Still or Robert Gaithers. You got Thomas Howard here, and we're going to run with. What you want to do is you want to put Malaluga and Lawson at the backup so that they get on special teams. And with Malaluga, Mock, and Lawson, you're gonna get some hit sticks for sure. So here we got Manny Lawson here, so we're just going with Malaluga and Moak. And then at corners, we're going to have Leon Hall and Nate Clements. The reason we have more slow corners is for this scheme and the purposes of this scheme. I want my corners to be able to come off the block and tackle well. And I don't think speed really matters this year that much, especially in terms of actual cornerback play. Now for our packages, however, we are going to be using a package from nickel and a package from dime for our mini schemes. So we're going to set up our roster as if we were using 4 corners. So as you see here, Adam Pac-Man Jones is one of the best corners for dime and nickel in the game, so we now have access to him and Terrence Newman. Drake Kirkpatrick is actually going to be at another position, so we're going to go ahead and put Jason Allen in the game. Your second string free safety is going to be Reggie Nelson, and then I think this guy, Courtney Crocker. Yes, this guy is a hit stick machine. He's crazy. He's about like Taylor Mays, but not as fast. So we're just going to put him at the second or the third string. Your kick returner for this scheme is Ben Tate, of course. He's just, very good. You could use Avell Hawkins. I'm actually going to use Andrew Hawkins, but Ben Tate's more pure speed. Now for this offense, we're going to go over, this is basically the first way we run Kansas City's playbook, but it's not the only way we run it. This is more for a team that is more run-based, which I think that Cincinnati is very, I think it's fair to say that the Bengals are more of a run-based team. And you want your best combination of strength, you want strong guys, basically, is what I want to say. And so what we're going to have is we're going to have A.J. Green at the tight end. Your 2 wide receivers are going to be more of your catch and traffic, kind of elusive kind of guys. So we're going to try out with Andrew Hawkins and A.J. Green, and then we're going to put, actually I'm going to change that. We're going to put this guy, Mohamed Sanu, at the tight end position. And for backing up purposes, we're going to put not Marvin Jones in there. And the same thing here, we're going to have Marvin Jones, Ramus Wayland, and Ben Tate. So that's how it's going to go. At running back, we're going to be doing a lot of substituting, but I'm going to start out with Pierman. But when the game gets late, we're going to let's just tell you why. When the game gets late, we're going to go with Ben Jarvis. When we're going to definitely run, we're going to go with Scott. If we're definitely going to pass, we're going to go with Leonard probably, because Leonard's a very good balance if we late in the game. So that's how we're going to do that. Andy Dalton's one of the best players in the game right now as far as Madden goes. So we're going to go right on So that's basically the intro. Now let's talk about the mini schemes real quick. We're going to talk, and this is going to be the defensive mini scheme first, and then we're going to do the offense, because I bet the defense already up. Now the package we're going to be using is the nickel 40-ins package and the dime 40-ins package. Now from nickel we can do a lot of things, and the play that I would recommend for doing all of these things best is the mid-zone blitz. Now the mid-zone blitz can be ran in several different ways. This is a very popular play this year, and I just want to let everybody who has this scheme know the best plays and have access to the best stuff. So basically, we're just going to reblitz the backers. Or no, we're not. Yeah, actually, yeah, we are. So basically, all you have to do is show blitz, globally blitz the linebackers, and you can do really whatever you want with Manny Lawson. You could blitz him, you could contain him. It comes in more effectively if you blitz him, but you could put him in a deep zone. And what you could do is, like whenever we go to, because we always are going to slide these guys in to make it look the same, and then you're going to put Kirkpatrick right over this gap here, and you're actually going to user Kirkpatrick right into this gap here, and you want to shade coverage. No. Yeah, you just want to run it like this, and you're just going to flow right into these seam areas. So I would automatically put him in a hook. Just know your responsibility is this area right here, and you're just flowing back here. Now what should happen, guys, is we should get A-gap pressure from Carlos Dunlap. Let's see if it works. And as you see, the A-gap comes through, and it comes through probably 95% of the time. It's very consistent this year, especially from this one play. So there's the A-gap setup. Now let's talk about the edge heat setup. Basically, all we have to do if we want to bring left side pressure, then we're going to globally blitz our linebackers. We're going to crash our line out like so. We're going to reblitz Anderson, and we're going to reblitz Moak. Then we're going to get on Maluga and put him into the deep zone. Now we have Kirkpatrick here, and now we know that our responsibilities are now in this area of the field. Understandably, guys, you need to get him in that gap, though, because that is one of our main. This is a very just kind of an intimidating look, and I haven't been beat so far this year deep from this play. I've been beat from others, but not from this play, mainly because the pressure's so hot. And here we go here really quick, and you're just going to flow right into this area, and as you see, we get left edge. It's the same setup for the right edge pressure. So I'm just going to run through it really quick. We just want to globally blitz our backers, crash our line out, reblitz the ends, move this guy in, and there's a reason we're moving him in. Put Manny Lawson in the deep zone now. Now just bring Kirkpatrick down. Now your responsibility is the right side seam. So you see the kind of the flow we're getting here, and it's a very effective blitz. You could spy and contain the opposite defensive tackle and end. But I find it's more consistent just to leave them blitzing. So that's what I would do. This is basically how I run this play. Now, if you want to do some max coverage, guys, I'm just going to show you how I would run max coverage out of this. Basically, where are you vulnerable to? You're vulnerable to flats left, you're vulnerable to seams right, and you're vulnerable to flats to the right. You're basically vulnerable to flats and seams left. Or seams right, I mean. So what I would do is I would go with Johnson going into a flat zone here, Dunlap going into a spy, Moak going into a flat zone, Newman going into a purple zone, Lawson going into a deep zone, and Maluga going into a deep zone. Now you have flow coverage up the middle of the seams. They're going to be expecting hot pressure, so they're probably going to be blocking a running back, and it's just a really effective play. Now, if you really want to get crazy, if you're not facing a mobile quarterback, I would blitz Dunlap. But since we are, we're going to spy him. You could get away with blitzing Maluga, but I don't know. It's just what you guys think you need to do. But this is my max coverage setup. Basically, we're going to have flow coverage, and it's just going to look. It makes everything look the same. It's going to be very difficult to throw it because we have such great coverage. And eventually, if you see that the quarterback's not taking off, just grab onto Dunlap here and just blitz him, and eventually he'll get in if they're just sitting there. But most of the time they're going to be expecting the pressure that we've been sending from nickel, and just throw it quick. And if they throw it quick, it's going to get intercepted. So That's how I run the coverage, the left side, the A-gap, and the right side out of nickel normal. Now, let's talk about, that's the nickel normal mini scheme. Let's talk about really quick some complementary plays to the mini scheme that you could run. As we said before, the weaknesses of the mid-zone blitz is the flats right and left and the seam. Well, this 3-strong cloud now negates that, and we're going to talk about a way and why we bring those backers down. Base align, press coverage, show blitz. Now, you're going to crash your line out. You're going to re-blitz Anderson. You're going to slide Newman in, and you're going to re-blitz him. You're going to put this corner over here in a hook zone. You're, of course, going to bring Kirkpatrick down. You're going to put Lawson into a deep blue. Re-blitz Moak. Now you have flat coverage to the right side of the field. You have seam coverage up the middle. You have a good yellow zone here, which will go with the deep seam, but the pressure should get in before that. And you're going to have left edge heat. But a different way. We haven't been sending heat like that. We've been leaving him in coverage, so now they're confused. So that's how I'd run 3-strong cloud. You can also run the A-gap setup. Just do what we had been doing, and it will come through for you. Now let's talk about the if we want to do it from the right side. This is actually not my setup. This is Relly from MaddenUniverse.com, and I will just show it to you because he has it on his site for free. Just go over there, sign up for free, and you'll get access to all his setups. He has a lot of setups out of nickel normal. I'm not going to share all of them with you, but all you have to do out of this play is re-blitz the defensive tackle. I really like this because you're not sending that many people, and then just bring Taylor Mays right in here, and now we have kind of good seam coverage, good flow coverage, and this guy is flowing all the way over here, which is actually kind of good for the scheme. And again, once again, we want to get Kirkpatrick down in here, and we just flow up, and there's right edge heat. So that's that blitz. I'm actually just going to show you one blitz I've been thinking about trying out. SD White the Great talked about a manual rush from the strong safety up the A-gap. That's why I bring him down every play. And we're just going to experiment with it and see if we can't get it to work from a different play. So we're going to call the Overstorm Brave, which is actually the blitz audible down. Again, we show blitz. We do everything like we had been doing. And this time we're just going to run the play stock, basically, and bring Kirkpatrick down right into this area. Hold him right here. Once the ball snaps, you come through, and you're going to get double somewhere. He's either going to come through the A-gap or somebody else is coming through. So that's basically why we put him there. Now, let's try. I think SD said something about crashing the line down helped the blitz. So let's just see it real quick. Right through. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this is not my concept. It's actually SD's concept with crashing the line down out of nickel normal for the A-gap at the user rush A-gap. This is something that you would use after you've established to them that you're not going to be doing a whole lot of coming up the A-gap. You're going to be bringing edge pressure, and he's usually going to be dropping into a coverage. So this is kind of a one-time or two-time thing. You'll just basically get him in here in the A-gap like you had been getting him. You'll pass commit a course. But this time you won't hold L2. You'll just let him rush right through the A-gap, and you're going to get A-gap heat from somebody. So thank you, SD, for that setup. And I hope you're not too offended by me sharing it. It's actually not the way SD runs it. It's a little differently. But the crash line down is his concept, so do give him the credit for that. Okay, guys, that is the nickel normal. Really quickly, the dime normal is basically just the nickel normal with another corner. But the dime normal you can run all from one play. And that play, guys, is the... Actually, I would sub Thomas Howard in the game, too, as well. If he's not in the game, I would get Thomas Howard in the game. I forgot to mention that. I would sub Thomas Howard in every time because he's your best covering backer. So really quickly, we're going to end this on a good note. We're going to get into this dime normal blitz here. And Relly has, like again guys, Relly has a lot of setups for it. Rdikes runs dime. I know he has a lot of setups for it. Do hit them up. But there's a lot of things you can do from dime this year. But the one I want to talk about is just the base play. Now the base play from dime is 2-man under, and you just want to show blitz. And you see how it's very, very similar to nickel normal, but maybe even a little better. The alignment we get is just very good. I would spread the line because it's not going to affect anything else. And again, if we want, it's just very easy to bring pressure. As you see here, if we want to bring it off the right, then we'll re-blitz Newman, or off the left, we'll re-blitz Newman. So we'll just hike real quick just to show you the blitz. And you see there, works very good there. Now if we want to bring it from the left, or not the, want to bring it from the right, we'll just re-blitz Jones, and you can man up Stokely with Mays, and you can put Kirkpatrick in a hook. You could bring Kirkpatrick down to make it look like new normal, even if you wanted to. I don't know. I personally don't care. But there you see, there's the right edge here. And if you want to send, say they're blocking the running back a lot, or they're slide protecting good, well, okay, we'll send double edge heat. And we'll man up. And I would just kind of watch the running back. If he goes out, I'd kind of go with him. But if he doesn't, I'd kind of watch the tight end, because I know we're kind of weak on the right side. So, okay, the running back goes out. Okay, just jump. And just go over, you would make a tackle for probably a 2-yard gain. So there's double edge, left edge, and right edge. And now the ever so popular A-gap from dime normal. This is not the way Rdikes runs the A-gap. I know he runs it differently than I do, which is why I feel comfortable sharing it with you guys. Basically, all you do is re-blitz Jones. You don't mess with the line at all. You don't shift him. You don't do anything with him. And you spy Lawson. Now you can do whatever you want with Johnson. Me personally, I like to blitz him, because if they do block line aggressive, we get another blitzer for the block stretch sack. But as you see, we get someone coming straight through, and I'm pretty sure that's Dante Mock. Yes, that's Dante Mock, 90 speed, 94 acceleration, coming right through the A-gap. Very, very effective. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the mini scheme section of the defense. This dime normal is one of the most underrated formations this year. I know Wolfman runs dime. I know that Ryan runs dime. Ryan has probably the best dime I've seen. His coverage is just, his pressure is very good. Real quickly though, we'll go over coverage to you though. I forgot to do that. But his pressure is just so good out of dime, and I don't even know his setups all the time, because he's really secretive about it. He doesn't want people putting them out, which is understandable. Now, from my coverage D is a little different than everybody else's. A lot of people like to purple the D ends. I don't personally see the point in that, because you'll get one-on-ones with the D ends on the outside if you just re-blitz them. So I would just re-blitz your D ends. Now you see, where are we weak? We're weak in the curl flats. We're kind of weak to the outside. We're really strong middle. They're not going to be throwing middle much. So what I would do is I would put your corners in a hook, actually. It's going to sound crazy, but it's going to work, trust me. And you don't want to run this every play. You're going to mix this in with your blitzes, because you're going to have to establish that you have man coverage on the outside. And I would just hook these guys. And now you have flow coverage on the outside, so they're not going to kill you with seams. You have a spy over the middle, you have a hook zone over the middle, you have flow coverage, and you have everybody manned up except for those guys, who are probably, in my opinion, going to be running deep outs or something to the curl flats, because that's what's open on every other play. So as you see, you get one-on-one matchups. You got probably about 2 or 3 seconds to throw the ball until you're sacked. So there's the dime normal mini scheme. And real quickly, we'll talk about another way to send double edge pressure. All you have to do is globally blitz your linebacker and blitz Taylor Mays. And you should get double edge pressure if I'm correct. And you see we do. So that's how we run dime. Really quickly, I'm going to run through the playbook and see if I find any other things that I really would like to share with you guys in the scheme as a mini scheme. I've talked about the 4-4. I've talked about we haven't talked about one of the best plays in the game. And, well, let's talk about it. Okay. This play is a 3-3-5. Linebacker cross blitz. Let's just go over that. And this is universal from 3-5. I just picked the linebacker cross blitz because I didn't want to pick 2 men under, because I know Gibbs runs 3-5. I'm sure, I don't know what play it is, but I'm sure I think he told me it was 2 men under he ran. But anyway, if you show blitz again, we get very good alignment as far as blitzing pressure setups. And I would crash the line down and shift them to the right, maybe, or was it up and to the left? Okay, no, it's down and to the right, because where are we weak, guys? Really quickly, let's just establish our weak point. We have 2 here, but we only have 1 over here. So we're going to shift our line to the right to now make us balanced, where we have 4 people here and 4 people here. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does if you're at home. Now when you crash them down, and let's just get them out of the blitz here. When you crash them down, this is the blitzing angles you get. So obviously one setup will be this. And you have to blitz both linebackers because you want to occupy the guard and the tackle. But basically what I would do, guys, this is how I would run it. Is you'd have Newman kind of here, fake like he's blitzing. You'd have Lawson here. You're going to be occupying these guys. You could spy Johnson probably, but I'm just going to put him on a contain, because contains are just really good for blitzes this year. I would move Taylor Mays in, actually, because I think Taylor Mays is going to go right down in here on the actual, if you base the line. So, and then I would just get Kirkpatrick in here somewhere, and just basically you're going to get right edge pressure is what you should get. I'm not sure if it's what you're going to, but it's just what you should get. And then we are correct. And you have 2 men under, which is one of the best coverages in the game. So now we're going to talk about if you want to send, you always are going to do that with your D lineman to make you balance, because as you see now, where everybody goes, you'll have Kirkpatrick down here. Actually, that may be wrong, guys. Maybe I did tell you wrong. Let's shift line to the right. Yeah, now we have 4. You want to spread line and shift left. I'm sorry, guys. You need a baseline though before you show blitz, so you get Taylor Mays down here. That's what I did wrong. I'm sorry about that. So just make that quick correction, and you should get, if we're correct, you should get left edge here. And he gets caught up, of course. Sorry about that. He got caught up. I think I forgot to re-blitz him. So you would crash line out and you would shift him left. Re-blitz Lawson, of course, here. And just globally blitz the right outside backer. And I would put Taylor Mays in a hook zone, because everyone runs tight end streaks. So I would put Taylor Mays in a hook zone, and I'd man him up on Stokely there. So why didn't that come in? So we have a problem. We need to fix the problem so we can get our blitz working, right? So really quickly, if you guys haven't been paying attention, our problem is the center is sliding over. That is due. Okay, we need to re-blitz Malaluga. That's my mistake. You just want to re-blitz Malaluga, and you should get your pressure. Let's see. That's better. We still are having that problem though with the guy sliding over. It's not coming in super clean. So I may need to go back and do another video on the 335. If you're still on this. Oh, look at that. That's a cool blitz angle he's on. He's always on this angle. That's interesting. Oh no, let's do that. Let's just re-blitz Newman. Watch this, guys. Let's see if this works. You see how he occupies? That's a good idea. Did we just find something live? Oh man, we've been on this for 25 minutes. Doesn't feel like that. It's already 6:45. Okay, really quickly, before I have to go, because I know my mom's going to be home any time. I'm going to have to help her with something. So you want to crash line up. You want to shift him left. Re-blitz Johnson. globally blitz down Lawson. And you want to re-blitz Newman, and then you should be able to put Dunlap in zone. Let's see if this works. This is going to be crazy. And it does work, but it doesn't, so I would just leave Dunlap blitzing. So that's how you send it from the left. Now let's go over sending it from the right. I know we did it earlier, but we did it from a different concept, so now let's go back to this one. So you just want to, basically all you would do for sending it from the right side is you would just blitz Taylor Mays down with Howard, and you should be able to get pressure. Let's see if we do. And as you see, we get him free. He gets kind of caught up, but he comes in eventually. So if you want him to come in more cleaner, let's just talk about that really quick. If you want him to come in more clean, then I would just blitz down I would just globally blitz the backers down, and then I would manually put Lawson. I would man him up on somebody, and actually I would just hook him. So I would put this dude in a hook zone over there to take away the out pattern, and then man him up with Decker. And then I would just man up the right side, and you should get right edge. And there it is, very clean. So we got it figured out. So you just re-blitz Maluga, but you can re-blitz the safety from time to time. Now let's talk about coverage D from the same basic stuff we've been doing. Because we've given you right and left edge. I don't know of an A-gap yet out of 3-5, so I'm not going to be really worried about it. I think Madden MVP has an A-gap if you go to his channel. But the coverage out of this, since we have 2-man under, we have the best coverage in the game. Now we're just going to adjust out of it. So again, we want to stay with the same kind of concept here. We would purple Lawson. We would re-blitz Johnson. We would spy Atkins. And we would leave Dunlap on this blitz angle here. And I personally would probably man this dude up on Dreesen and purple Maluga. This is just me personally. And now we have good coverage with the spy, and we have one-on-ones on the outside. As you see there's really nothing open, and eventually he's going to get sacked. So if you want to run coverage D, that's what I would do from 3-5. So thank you guys for tuning in to the bonus footage and the intro footage as we're getting that knocked out really quickly. We're going to get into the offensive part of the scheme in about 5 minutes. Thanks, guys.